Grand Rising. I am clearing up the energy of the video from last night. I was overwhelmed and frustrated and satisfied within myself and disappointed within the existence of my time frame. So that being said, welcome at Smile. My satisfying, meaningful, inspiring love is exuberated daily. And when I speak like this in a kind voice, I get taken for something that I'm not. And when I talk excited or aggressive, or my tone changes due to the energy that is present in my being and the expression that I am not only feeling, but I am expressing in the presence, I'm told that I come off as very aggressive and strong. Aggression is if I say something that leads you to believe that violence, physical violence, is going to follow my words. My tone is strong. My tone may not be as high-pitched, and my volume may rise. You see how I know what it is that I am and what it is that I am expressing? But others misperceive, and then they criticize what I am saying because they're not listening to what is being said. They're intaking whatever perception they have of my approach and my character when that is not the reality. You cannot tell me that I sound angry when I'm expressing frustration and I'm telling you what it is that I'm feeling and why I'm expressing what I'm feeling. So, that being said, I don't have a problem explaining what I say so that you can gain clarity. My messages are very specific, and when they're misconstrued, I don't have a problem declaring further clarity for your understanding, because I understand who and what I am and what it is I'm talking about, and those on my plateau of existence and this frequency understand. So I have a brief break. My pants over went away. Not unusual due to the recording device that I use, my cell phone. There's a song, and it says, "Can't handle my behavior when I living like," I don't know. It's like a club song, a dance club song. I'm not into the whole who's what. I like the song. I like the lyrics, and I'm sure that if you know the song, then that little piece right there probably gave it to you. I think it's called Roses. I'm not 100% sure because I don't follow mainstream media. There's nothing main about me. I like what I like. And I listen to the lyrics, not just the beat. It's been a new moon. And I'm in my new moon energy. Meaning what? That the 12 signs of the zodiac that the sun takes a whole year to cycle, I have in perfect alignment. And I am aware of my animal in my presence and the gift of life in me. So if I'm righteous and misunderstood, I understand exactly why. Because astrology is real and science is what is derived in society and government platforms as acceptable. But science is because of astrology. And they deny and discredit what is absolutely realistic and credible. They taint reality. And they create the disillusion and illusion within self, which allows the society and the stigmas of the brainwashed. See, all of this I'm going to further detail in a wonderful book that I am writing. And when I tell you that my social security is blackballed, it absolutely is. Beings of this divination, not only do we have a more difficult existence, when we do not kill ourselves because we no longer want to coexist with the inhumane. Because yes, you have to be a warrior to be able to take your soul out of your flesh. But only with God's permission are you allowed to pass on and pass away. Right, because the price of sin is death in the flesh. But when you're not as sinful and you're not as devious as perceived or treated, it causes agony within oneself. So suicide is not to be spoken on by others that cannot comprehend that it takes a very strong being to be willing to surrender themselves to their creator and beg to be taken out of this existence. Because they're not being fulfilled in purpose, not because they're not fulfilling themselves, but because they're constantly being ridiculed and short exchanged because of someone else's shortcoming, inadequacy. Yeah, my pronunciation, I admit it. If I can't pronounce something, I'll repronounce it. I'll ask for assistance. Because I'm not perfect. I'm perfectly imperfect. And I'm aware of that. See, my tone is not aggression. My tone is my righteousness. I don't have to scream to get my point across. When me and you do not agree on a term or an idea, we're not arguing unless we begin to, 1, shout, and 2, disrespect one another's points of views. Now, my opinion is my feelings, what I think. Thinking. I think of what I'm going to manifest, like how do I do this and how do I go about it. What I know, there's nothing to think about. It's a fact. Crazy, huh? People want to tell you what you know because of what they think. That part. See, when I was a child, I was told, respect your elders, or respect me, I'm an adult. How about this one? Respect children because they're individuals and they're human beings, just like you. And they didn't ask to be put into this existence. They were chosen, and they're your gifts as your children. And if you didn't want them, then why the fuck you spread your legs? And if you're using your children to better your life in material or to pawn them off in the system, child support and welfare and other services that you discern that you're going to get because you are a parent, are you really a parent? Because parents instruct, guide, and protect, not use, misuse, and abuse and neglect their children. And so I am criticized for leaving my child in physical custody of my mother, but I am the guardian. I am the mother. And what do you do when you love something? You protect it and you keep it. So while y'all are out there criticizing me for being a single mother, for having my child out of love and not benefit, for keeping him innocent and safe as long as possible, for however long possible, until he grows into his mind of self and is able to make his own decisions, which he and then will face the consequences for, knowing with full awareness what he is doing and who he is. And even then, that is a process. I know who I am. Miss Angela Acevedo Perez Martinez Carpio. And those are my earthly names according to history and my bloodline. I am Miss Aviation Divination. I've accepted my rich inheritance and my ancestral lineage, my Akashic records, way before I got here in this flesh. And because of that, and because of knowing that, I've never denied who I am, what I am. And I've been labeled many things to discredit my character and my being and my spiritual soul that radiates this greatness. I can be submissive and docile when you are right. And when I merit that you are worth me giving my kind and calm, serene energy too. Because you're not going to tell me about myself based on what you think and what you feel. Your projections are rejected. And I'm going to tell you, I don't know where you've been living. I have gone through things that I don't wish on anybody. And that is why I am able to stand. Because what I've been through needs to stop. Period. I'm not the only one that has suffered at the hands of others. Y'all don't believe in yourselves. Therefore, how can you believe in anything? You lied to yourself. So how can you not lie to others? See, I have gone through my emotional and physical edification due to the solidarity in my soul. When everybody else told me about myself, I beat myself up. I allowed society to create conflict within me. When I tell people I self-medicate, absolutely. But I don't hurt and beat up and discredit what and who I am in the flesh and the soul. I am aware that I live in an animal flesh. But the animals in 2021 get along way better than the humane civilization that I'm supposed to coexist with. See, animals only attack one another when their safety, their life, their home, and their children are at risk of what? Death, being eaten or attacked. And the only time they attack one another is over what? Territory, which is home. Self, which is their physical animal. And food. We shouldn't have to fight for food because we probably don't want the same thing anyway. Most animals do not eat the same thing. Right. So therefore, if a cat and a dog can get along when they're not hungry, if ants can work together, if the birds can rise and sing and be grateful and happy to be, they all have feelings, they all have purpose. You don't see birds eating birds unless that's what their diet is, because it's in their nature. You understand what I'm saying? No, you don't? Oh, okay. See, I have come to a point where I'm going to be 100% without censorship, because I know how to be appropriate in the present. So I can be corporate, and I can be professional, I can be whatever it is that's called for in the present, the moment, who it is that I am coexisting with in that moment, and share my gifts with those that value them. If I walk by someone that I don't know, never seen, ain't met, and we make eye contact and I say hello, Grand Rising, good evening, whatever it is that I say to greet you as a sign of acknowledgement and respect, and you don't greet me or return the respect, then why would I then in turn have respect for you? No, you don't have to acknowledge me. But you know what? It's respect. Because if a dog came by, you would acknowledge the dog. You're not going to say, you're not going to look at the dog. If the dog is walking, which should say something, shut up, or pay it attention. Right. There's a truck going by. That's why I am at work, and I took just a little extra on my break because The perfect timing is your timing. You make your time. You take your time for what it is you find important and prioritize. If I continue to wait, if I continue to pacify and silence the truth, I'm not living in my purpose. I'm not serving my purpose. I keep telling you guys, I'm going to bring you the truth. I'm going to show you the light. I am in the light. I went through the darkness. I know what it is. That part. I'm not denying self. Ever, ever, ever. I've been labeled so many things. Let me tell you, because you label it and you can read the description and it has a negative connotation and discredits me. Doesn't mean I got to behave like that. And it doesn't mean that you are right. It means that you found a word to describe something that you see and it makes you feel good because you think it makes me feel bad. To be hypervigilant or to be sensitive to the surroundings and hyperly sensitive and aware of everything around you. Oh, that's a bad thing, according to psychiatrists. No, hypervigilance is, I have a high frequency, I'm highly intuitive, and yes, I am aware, not just of my surroundings and the beings in my surroundings, but me and the energy that encompasses my surroundings. Right. To be aware of self means I'm not deaf, dumb, and blind, and I haven't been brainwashed. Oh, in the book that I'm writing, I will go further into detail of all of these things. Hopefully your Welcome and Smile is making you enlighten and fortify the soul, because this being right here has a soul tribe. And I've come across similar souls with their righteous, conscious, subconscious alignments that are able to not only love, but to give love. And they don't got to tell you, I'm loving you. I tell you I love you because I'm not afraid to show who and what I am. I show my emotions because I feel them, I acknowledge them, I get through them. And then, because I've processed my emotions and I've expressed them, I've liberated my being in the present. And I'm not on a hamster wheel. Oh, but I'm the weak one for crying. No, y'all are weak for judging me, for not releasing yourself in your true self. You don't like my tone? Grow some balls, because I'm not being violent or aggressive. I'm reassured of who I am. And I don't always have to be a cheerleader. That doesn't mean that I'm sour either. Frustration doesn't mean I'm angry or bitter. It just means I am not tolerating what it is y'all believe I am, or where you believe you're going to put me based on what you believe or think or feel. I know what I deserve, and I know what I am, and I know what I'm worth. Money ain't going to buy this being, ain't going to change my morals. The money's made, and really it's toilet paper. All you got to do is go get it. What are you willing to do to go get it? I'll talk to you guys later. As long as you tune in and tune up. I hope the masses tune in, because I don't go to mass and I'm not preaching at you. How about that one? Oh, I got so many. The truth. Not as believed. The truth. Right. I love you guys. Love is free. Love is in action. Love is given to us in the life that we have as the gift of life. Do you love your gift in life? Right. I'll talk to you guys later. If you tune in and tune up with me, I love you. Sincerely, I can't say it enough. You know why? Because I love me. Because I love this. Because I love what I have been given, the gift of life. Even when it's ugly and I'm being treated as though I am ugly or did ugly things when I know better.